Most people think winter means the garden shuts down completely, that growing food when it's cold requires expensive greenhouses or complicated heating systems. That's not actually true. There's a much simpler approach that works in most climates, costs almost nothing to set up, and can keep fresh food coming to your table even when everything outside looks frozen and dead. It's called cold frame gardening, and the reason so few people use it is because it sounds too basic to actually work, but that's exactly why it does. A cold frame is essentially a box with a transparent lid that sits directly on the ground or on top of a raised bed. The sunlight comes through the top, warms the soil and air inside, and that warmth gets trapped. At night, the lid stays closed and holds in enough residual heat to protect the plants from frost. It's passive solar heating at its most efficient. No electricity, no propane, no moving parts. Just physics doing what it's always done. In my experience, most people assume winter gardening requires technology or expertise they don't have, so they never try. The truth is, it requires neither. The plants that thrive in a cold frame are the ones that naturally tolerate cooler temperatures. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, arugula, and lettuce. Root vegetables like carrots, radishes, and turnips. Herbs like parsley and cilantro. These are crops that don't just survive in cold frames. They actually prefer the cooler conditions because it slows their growth and makes them sweeter. You're not trying to grow tomatoes in January. You're growing the exact plants that were designed to handle the cold, and you're just giving them a little extra protection so they can keep producing when they'd normally go dormant. You can build a cold frame out of almost anything. Old windows work perfectly as lids because they're already the right size and they let in plenty of light. The frame itself can be made from scrap lumber, cinder blocks, straw bales, or even repurposed pallets. The most important thing is that the back of the frame is taller than the front, so the lid slopes toward the sun. This angle helps capture maximum sunlight during the short winter days and also lets rain and snow slide off instead of pooling on top. A typical cold frame is about 3 feet wide and 4 to 6 feet long, but you can adjust the size based on what you have available and how much space you want to dedicate. If you're starting from scratch, the simplest version is just a wooden box built directly on the soil. Use untreated lumber if you can, something like 2x10s or 2x12s for the sides. Make the back wall about 12 inches tall and the front wall about 8 inches tall. Screw or nail the corners together. Set it on level ground in a spot that gets full sun, and then attach an old window or a sheet of clear polycarbonate plastic to the top with hinges on the back edge so you can lift it open when you need to. That's it. You've just created a microclimate that can be 20 to 30 degrees warmer than the air outside. Timing matters more than people realize. You don't wait until winter arrives to start planting. You need to get seeds or transplants into the cold frame in late summer or early fall, while the soil is still warm and the days are still long enough for germination and early growth. The cold frame doesn't make plants grow faster in winter. It keeps them alive and growing slowly so you can harvest throughout the cold months. Think of it as a protection system, not a growth accelerator. If you plant lettuce in September, it'll be ready to start harvesting in November. And because the cold frame keeps it from freezing, you can keep picking leaves all winter long. Watering is less frequent than in summer because the plants grow slower and the enclosed space holds moisture better. You'll probably only need to water once every week or two, depending on your climate. The key is to water in the morning on a sunny day so the moisture doesn't sit cold against the roots overnight. You also need to pay attention to ventilation. On sunny days, even in winter, the inside of a cold frame can get surprisingly hot. If the temperature inside climbs above 60 or 70 degrees, you need to prop the lid open a few inches to let hot air escape. Some people install automatic vent openers that do this for you, but you can also just check it once a day and use a stick or a block of wood to hold the lid open when needed. One of the biggest advantages of cold frame gardening is that it extends your harvest season on both ends. In the fall, it lets you keep growing long after the first frost would normally kill everything. In early spring, it warms the soil weeks before you'd be able to plant in the open ground, giving you a head start on the season. So you're not just gaining winter harvests, you're also getting earlier spring crops and later fall crops. Over the course of a year, That can add up to several extra months of fresh food from the same space. The cost to get started is almost nothing if you use reclaimed materials. Even if you buy everything new, you're looking at maybe $50 to $100 for a basic setup, and that's a one-time investment that will last for years. Compare that to the cost of buying organic greens at the grocery store all winter, and it pays for itself in a single season. You're not just saving money, you're also eating fresher, more nutritious food because you're harvesting it minutes before it goes on your plate instead of days or weeks. There are small adjustments you can make to increase performance. Painting the inside of the frame black helps absorb more heat. Adding a layer of straw or leaves around the outside of the frame provides extra insulation. Placing gallon jugs of water inside the frame creates thermal mass that absorbs heat during the day and releases it slowly at night, smoothing out temperature swings. None of these things are required, but they all help, especially in climates where winters are particularly harsh. The plants you grow in a cold frame are the same ones that cost the most at the store during winter because they're harder to ship and store. A single cold frame can easily produce enough salad greens and cooking greens to feed a family of 4 throughout the cold months. You're not going to grow all your calories this way, but you are going to have consistent access to fresh vegetables when most people are relying entirely on shipped produce or frozen bags. That's a significant shift in how you feed yourself, and it happens without any ongoing cost or effort once the system is in place. This isn't about survivalism or off-grid fantasy. It's about recognizing that a huge portion of the food we buy in winter could be grown right outside our door with minimal effort. The reason most people don't do it is because they've never seen it done, and they assume it's more complicated than it actually is. A cold frame is one of those rare things that's both incredibly simple and surprisingly effective. It doesn't require you to learn a new skill set or invest in expensive equipment. It just requires you to put a box with a clear lid in a sunny spot and plant the right crops at the right time. What surprises people most is how little maintenance it actually needs once it's running. You're not out there every day fussing with it. You check the temperature on sunny afternoons, you water occasionally, and you harvest when you're ready to eat. The plants grow slowly enough that you're not overwhelmed with production, but consistently enough that you always have something ready. It's a steady trickle of fresh food rather than a flood, which is exactly what most families actually need during the winter months when fresh options are limited. The other thing people don't expect is how much better the food tastes. Greens grown in cool weather are sweeter and more tender than the same varieties grown in summer heat. Carrots and radishes develop a crisp, almost nutty flavor when they mature slowly in cold soil. You're not just growing food for the sake of it. You're growing food that's genuinely better than what you'd get at the store, and you're doing it at a fraction of the cost. That combination of quality, savings, and simplicity is hard to beat. If you're worried about whether this will work in your specific climate, the general rule is that if winter temperatures in your area stay above 0 degrees Fahrenheit most of the time, a cold frame will work. If you live somewhere colder than that, you can still use a cold frame, but you might need to add extra insulation like old blankets or tarps on the coldest nights. Or you might need to focus on the hardiest crops like kale and spinach. If you live somewhere with mild winters, a cold frame will work almost effortlessly, and you'll have an even wider range of crops to choose from. The best part about starting with a cold frame is that it teaches you the fundamentals of season extension without requiring a big commitment. If you try it and realize you love having fresh greens all winter, you can expand, build a second cold frame, try different crops, experiment with timing. If you decide it's not for you, you haven't lost much. But most people who build one end up wishing they'd done it years earlier because it's such an obvious solution to a problem they didn't realize had such a simple answer. Winter doesn't have to mean the end of fresh food. And once you see how straightforward this system actually is, you'll wonder why anyone ever thought a greenhouse was the only option.